It's my pleasure to introduce Olga Garay-English, who is the Senior Advisor on Local and International Cultural Programs to the City of Los Angeles Councilman Tom LaBonge, the Senior Advisor on the Creative Economy to OTIS College of Art and Design, and President Sammy Hoy, Esquire. It's my great pleasure to introduce Olga Garay-English.
Good morning, everybody. So I'm Olga Garay-English, and I'm the Arts Administrator, formerly known as the Executive Director of the Department of Cultural Affairs. Well, when we started this conversation, Terrence and I, he asked me to be provocative. And so I hope you find this presentation provocative. Right now, I'm going through a major transition. As I said, I was the Executive Director of the City of Los Angeles Department of Cultural Affairs till January of this year. But now I'm an independent consultant, and I'm doing consulting all the way from Chile to Bordeaux to Boston, and of course here in Los Angeles. So as you all know, changes happen, changes in work, changes in places, changes in demographics, and changes in mission. So a friend of mine that you probably know, Oscar Eustace, who's the artistic director of the Public Theater in New York City, often muses that if the Spanish Armada had defeated Queen Elizabeth's army and navy, we would be seeing countless variations of Life is a Dream by Pedro Calderón de la Barca, because the United States would have been a province of Spain, which of course we all know that California was for a while. Instead, we see countless versions of William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. I wanted to give that as a framework because what I want to discuss today is the changing demographics of our community. According to the 2010 U.S. Census, there are 9.8 million people in Los Angeles County, of which 4.7 million are considered Hispanic or Latino, and further breaking that down, 3.5 of the 4.7 million are of Mexican descent, about 440,000 are Puerto Rican descent, about 410,000 are Cuban, and about 900,000 hail from other Latino or Hispanic countries. However, it is projected that by the year 2020, Latinos or Hispanics will constitute a majority of the county's population. One of the interesting statistics about this is that about 45% of our county's population are between the ages of 15 and 44. And the median age of white people is 44.4 years, while the median age of Latinos is 29.1 years. What that means, and this is reflected all over the United States, is that Latinos are predominantly more of childbearing age than the white population. So that means that it is likely that the trend of an increase in the Hispanic population of our country, which is currently about 26%, will continue on the rise. And of course, here in California, it's even more pronounced. So the challenge, how are American theaters addressing this new demographic reality? We started this conversation, and it's a conversation that is going on all over the country. I'll give you some examples. Arts Emerson, which is in Boston, but which has a major new campus here right in Hollywood, is addressing this through two major ways. One is through their HowlRound platform, which is a platform, a media platform that subscribers really add to. It's considered a theater commons, so that the people who are reading the items are also contributing the items. And in response to a Latina theater maker They have now started something, or have hosted something called the Latina Commons, the Theater Commons, and that's the webpage. And it is a forum for people who are passionate, articulate, driven, and of Latino descent, who are producers, artists, scholars from around the country to advocate for a Latino theater as a vital, significant presence in the not-for-profit theater sector. More directly, so that is a collective that One Emerson, Arts Emerson in Boston is hosting on behalf of the entire sector. But more close at hand, they've started something called the One Boston Initiative, because for the first time a couple of years ago, Boston became a majority-minority community. I said that in this county, by the year 2020, Latinos should be a majority, but right now we're still a minority-majority community, as is Boston. And they've started something called the One Boston Initiative to make people, through the arts, feel like they have a presence, that they have a home, and that they can see artists that are interested in their own ideas and in their own conditions on the stages of Arts Emerson. And one of them, as you all probably know, Culture Clash, which is based here in Los Angeles, will be a major part of their season next year. Closer to home here, 24th Street Theater, which had started out as a provocative theater for mainstream theater artists, because of where it's based, it's very close to USC, in a very large Hispanic community, has changed their programming to really be able to speak to their neighbors. And so they have created theater and present theater that really deals with the identity politics of the Latino community, even though the major artistic directors are not Latino. But they really felt that in order for them to stay relevant in the community that they had chosen to be at, they needed to change their artistic vision and mission. And finally, Cal Arts has started a program called Duende Cal Arts, which, as you can see, is dedicated to developing and producing innovative work emerging from Latino and Latin American communities and sources. And as you can tell, Life is a Dream, that I started this presentation with, is one of the pieces that they will be developing with Teatro de Ciertos Habitantes, which is based in Mexico City. So how will your theater address the changing demographics? Provocative pregunta, ¿verdad? So thank you very much for listening to me. I hope that you ponder this as you enjoy the rest of today's presentations. It's really something that is meant to give you food for thought, and I welcome your comments later on in the day. Thank you.